Welcome to Austria. The 8th round of the 2026 Formula One World Championship is set to get underway in a matter of moments. We're glad to have you with us as we come to you from the Red Bull Ring for the 2026 Austrian Grand Prix. 24 degrees Celsius today, a bit of relief compared to some of the heat waves that other European countries are experiencing. 4.3 kilometers and 10 turns on this track, which is marked by several big straightaways here. 22 of the world's best drivers set to return to action here today, 2 weeks after Barcelona, and we're going to take a look at the starting grid for today's highly anticipated race. Glad to have you with us here on Ultrasport. Oscar Piastri McLaren starts with Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who has just been dominating the Drivers' Championship this season, although he's hoping to get back to his successful ways after crashing in the last race. Hadjar with Russell, Max Verstappen with Lewis Hamilton 5th and 6th. Charles Leclerc starts with Lando Norris. Arvid Lindblad starts with Alexander Albon. Pierre Gasly is with Carlos Sainz, Esteban Ocon next to Franco Colapinto. Liam Lawson with Oliver Behrman of Haas. Valtteri Bottas of Cadillac with Fernando Alonso. Sergio Perez with Lance Stroll. And at the very back it is Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto, the two Audis together to bring up the rear. So, we are moments away from lights out here in Austria, and we are glad to have you with us as we bring you our coverage of the 2026 Austrian Grand Prix. The race set to begin in just moments from now. Stay tuned.
Ultrasport coverage of the Formula One Austrian Grand Prix is brought to you by ultrasport.store. Scan the QR code on your screen for more information.
And it is lights out. The 2026 Austrian Grand Prix is underway. Pole position sitter Piastri is going to get on the outside and close the gap here against Kimi Antonelli and Hadjar. Piastri breaking away here in the opening seconds of this race. Meanwhile, George Russell is making some moves here. Russell currently in 5th, but we saw him moving around. Hadjar and Verstappen, the two Red Bulls, battling it out as they come across the first few turns here. Hadjar in 3rd, Verstappen now in 3rd, as the former 4-time world champion makes a pass, and back and forth we go here between the two Red Bulls, Verstappen and Hadjar. Single file once again, and Hadjar gets out into the lead. He's in 3rd, Verstappen is in 4th. Kimi Antonelli, meanwhile, 1.3 seconds behind Oscar Piastri as Verstappen tries to keep up the chase against his teammate. And we go inside the cockpit now with, again, the Dutchman, the former world champion. They will come around the last turn here and into the straightaway to the start-finish line. Verstappen now with a chance to make a move, and that is indeed what he's going to do. Verstappen up into 3rd once again, cuts off Hadjar, and as we come into lap 2, it is Max Verstappen in 3rd, Hadjar in 4th, as these two Red Bull drivers battle it out at the Red Bull Ring here in the 2026 Austrian Grand Prix. Hadjar gets back into the lead just like that. Meanwhile, George Russell is also in the fray. Russell is going to pass Verstappen to move up into 4th, and now he'll be the one chasing Hadjar, but not for long. Verstappen makes his move, and Verstappen closes the gap. Verstappen once again taking back 4th place here. A lot of excitement as we go inside the cockpit of George Russell here in lap 2 of 5 in the 2026 Austrian Grand Prix. Verstappen maybe breaking away a bit there as they come around the turn here. Piastri still in 1st, Kimi Antonelli chasing him in 2nd, 1.3 seconds still behind Piastri, but look at this, Verstappen is going to make his move once again. Verstappen trying to hang on here. Hadjar still has that opening, but not for long. They're going to come around this straight portion of the track, but Verstappen is far out enough that Hadjar can't make a move, at least not right now. They come around turn 1, and it is Verstappen still locking down third place here as we get a glimpse of Piastri and Antonelli battling for the lead. But just like that, Hadjar is going to make the pass in this heated battle to get on the podium. Hamilton and Russell with a battle of their own as well, and Hadjar still with that lead over Verstappen. Meanwhile, George Russell is battling it out with Lewis Hamilton. Mercedes against Ferrari in a contest for 5th place. Hadjar, as we see here, trying to get away from his teammate Verstappen, trying to put a stop to this battle that has been going on basically since the start of the race. As we take a look here towards the bottom of Verstappen's car. But Hadjar now seems to be getting a bit more comfortable as Verstappen does continue to keep up the chase, but as they come around the last turn and go into lap 4 of 5, it is Hadjar who still has a firm lead, but now Verstappen got close, couldn't make the move. And we're going to turn our attention now to Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton is in 5th. He's been battling with George Russell for about the last lap or so. Hamilton falls back down. Russell making the pass for 5th here, now trying to keep that lead over Hamilton. It is Russell and Hamilton battling it out here for 5th place in this Grand Prix. Hamilton has Russell right there, right behind him. Now they'll widen the gap a bit. And Hamilton coming up maybe to Verstappen a bit here as well. Verstappen with less than a second lead over Hamilton. Meanwhile, it's almost 2 seconds, or it was, against Hadjar, who he has been battling for most of this race. We're in lap 4. Hamilton is going to once again get 5th place, get into P5 there as we come to the white flag, as we come to the last lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. Here, we're going to see Russell take 5th once again, trying to close the gap here against Hamilton, but Hamilton's still in there. Hamilton wants to fight, and Hamilton is going to take back P5. Can he hold on to P5 for the rest of this race? Norris, Leclerc, and Sainz get into it as well. Charles Leclerc can't overcome Norris there, but he can. He does move up into 7th. Hadjar seems to have won the battle against his Red Bull teammate, Max Verstappen. Isaac Hadjar firmly in 3rd here, as we see Kimi Antonelli, who's been in 2nd place all day. Looks like he's going to continue to be in 2nd place for the rest of this race, as we see Oscar Piastri make these final few turns on a journey to victory in the 2026 Austrian Grand Prix. It is triumph for McLaren at the Red Bull Ring. Oscar Piastri 1st, Kimi Antonelli 2nd, Hadjar 3rd, Verstappen 4th, and it looks like Lewis Hamilton has won the battle over George Russell as well. And it is utter jubilation in the Team McLaren pits as Oscar Piastri comes out on top in the 2026 Austrian Grand Prix. The celebration set to begin shortly, a celebration which will most assuredly go on long into the night. Piastri emerges on the podium along with Kimi Antonelli and Isaac Hadjar. There is your podium for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. And now, after the presentation of the trophy, well, of course, we will see the spraying of the champagne. Thank you for watching our coverage of the 2026 Austrian Grand Prix. From the Red Bull Ring, we say goodbye and good night. Oscar Piastri comes out on top.